NFL on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Las Vegas Raiders. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
And what a game he is coming off of.
Oh, unbelievable.
Absolutely. And you know how much I love the history of the game. He broke a record held by the Dutchman, Norm Van Brocklin, right? You got to go all the way back to 1951. And he threw for 554 yards in that game. And later, won a championship as a quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles in 1960.
And now that record has been set anew. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And looking to erase his memory bank from his opening drive a moment ago that ended in a pick six for the first points of the ball game.
And in my experience...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Isaiah Simmons in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. After the turnover, here's Herbert. He'll buy some time right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will make it 10-0 here in the first. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. Forced out to his left. And some space here. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And he is finally out of bounds, just shy of the 5, all the way down at the 6. A big play there on the catch and run. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. Looking to throw. Hampton. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. A big loss there of about 7 yards on 1st and goal. So now it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. A big win there defensively on 2nd and goal. A loss of 7, and it brings up 3rd. Looking to throw. Hampton. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stopped him well short.
Carlson able to put this one through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points. Not a ratio that's going to win you any ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Jalen Waddle deep to return it. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Isaiah Simmons picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A great effort there. 91 yards. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will tie our score here this opening quarter of play. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. From the 50, here's Herbert. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it second down.
Now, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week, an unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go, because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Herbert flush to his right. Herbert has it knocked free, and the Raiders pick it up. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Following the fumble, and the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Back to throw. Hampton firing quickly here, and that's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Hampton can't get away, and he's taken down. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. Herbert on third down now. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on third down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances. If you're
under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace. Now Herbert got to get him to the line in a hurry. Throwing again on second down. Herbert looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Out of the gun, Herbert. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On first down, it's Herbert. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. From the 41, Herbert. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, well, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. To throw on 2nd and 10. Herbert, he's going to go up top again. And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Hands it off out of the gun. And they'll get this down to the 10. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. His 7th touchdown on the ground and 9th overall. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 17-10 score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
They'll go option to the short side. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd down. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3-and-out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it looks like Steeler football. It is. Good job starting on that scramble. Had his eyes on that 1st down marker, CD, but lost the most important thing, the football.
Yeah, wasn't quite there. Focused solely on getting to the 1st down marker. Forgot to cover up and take care of the ball.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. Big hole up the middle.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. And quickly they get to the line. They'll try the air now with Herbert. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now up to 14. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field.
And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 3rd down, Hampton rolling to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard, but more importantly, it leads to 4th down.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas.
This is taken at the 18.
So that a 56-yard punt with a 14-yard return.
And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And in the early going, the running game, as we see the numbers, it just wasn't on point. Well, now it's gotten more true to form.
And sometimes it takes a little while for an offensive line to get in sync. Because early in the game, defenses throw different patterns at you, different formations, different sets. And you might not block them quite the way you want to. But as you start to get into a groove and you figure out what they're doing, now it all comes together. And that's what we're seeing right now.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert finding a safety valve here. That's complete. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Herbert back to the air. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. The Steelers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak.
On 1st and 10, Hampton. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 15. Operating from the gun, Hampton. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Baker. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. On 1st and 10, Herbert finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll make it 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. from the gun. Hampton. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A gain of 6 there on first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. To throw on second down, Hampton. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Point after, right down the middle. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Throwing on first down, Hampton. Escaping the pressure right. Room to run past midfield. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. Now they got to get to the line quickly. On first down, Hampton. Flushed out right. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Let's check on the call. Close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
When you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage. They can often throw it over your head.
Looking to throw on second down. Hampton. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 3rd and 10. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Got a man over the middle. It's complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Back to throw. Hampton. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Looking to throw. Hampton. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll make it second down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He's going to loft one deep left side here. On Herbert, his third interception. Picked off near the 26, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, you got Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Steelers, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, this could hurt in the race for home field advantage as they drop to 10.